the configuration part for payments. So probably we'll start with the transactions today. Okay.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
basically, so we have this single payment and we have this batch payment. Okay. So this we
Mm.
have seen on the other day. So the dashboard and these things. Okay. So directly I'll start with single payment. Okay.
Yeah.
So to create a single payment, so this is the option. So you'll find something called create payment. Okay. So single payment meaning so for one supplier, so if I have multiple invoices or one invoice that I need to pay, so I can use this option. Okay. So so the information is basically similar to what we have it in the batch payment, meaning on top we'll have the filtration and the processing options. Okay, so these things I can call it as processing options and this I can call it as selection criteria. Okay, so firstly I'll select the business unit and then the supplier and then the bank account. Okay, and finally the payment process profile, so which we created on the other day, so which we can use it here. Okay. Yeah, and finally, the invoices that we wanted to pay. So probably if I want to select one invoice, I can do that. Or optionally, if I want to select multiple, so I can just press Control and select multiple invoices as well. Okay. So in this case, I'm selecting this one invoice 575 and I'll say OK. Okay, and then I can say save and close to complete this payment processing. Okay, so now this payment is created in Oracle.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so we'll have the payment number, so which we can verify. Okay, so probably I can copy this number, and if I go to manage payments, so manage payments is the screen where I can search for the completed payments. Okay, so this we have completed it. So if I supply the payment number and if I say search, so I'll get this payment number. So this is the payment that system has created. Okay. So this is applicable for both the regular payment as well as the batch payment. Okay.
Is there any
So
job submitted
sorry.
when we are making a payment? Is there any job that's get triggered?
Yeah. So we will have this bill payment and the format payment. All those programs will trigger automatically. So this bill payment is nothing but process of completing the payment, and format payment is nothing but the payment file which system will generate. So programs will run in the background. So probably if I want to
So
look at it,
can you see the yeah, the request number if I have
yeah,
to?
yeah, we can see. So I'll just duplicate this page.
No, we can see it in schedule processor, right? In GL.
Correct.
But from the manage from this manage payment screen, is there anywhere that I can see?
No, manage payments we cannot see. In the dashboard, maybe we can see. So here, if I come down, I can see.
Okay. Okay, in the dashboard it has a schedule request. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Mm.
correct.
So all AP related jobs that gets triggered, I can view it from here. Okay. So this is also controlled by the privileges, Arun, the schedule
Yeah,
request
correct. Correct. Privileges at the role level.
role level. Okay, got it. Mm. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So that is about the manage payments, which we can see about the payment information. Okay. So that is for the completed payments. Okay. So this is one option wherein I can create the payment. So the second option that I can use is this one, the batch payment or payment process request. Okay. So now if I click this option, so as I said, so we'll have two things. So one is the selection criteria and the other thing is payment processing options. Okay. So here optionally I can use the template or I wanted to enter it manually, so I can enter it here. Okay. So I'll just give this as today's date, and these are basically the filtration criteria, which means that if I want to pay to a specific supplier, so I can do by selecting the specific supplier, one thing, and or if I want to run for only the specific method, let's say only check payments, so I can select the payment method as check. Okay, so similarly I have other options as well, pay group, currency, business unit. So based on this, if I want to restrict, so I can restrict. So basically these are my filtration criteria to pick those invoices.
Mm.
Okay, so this is first thing. So probably I'll just say, uh, okay. So these are the two criteria that I'm giving, and then the payment processing options. Okay. So here primarily I can select one bank account. So so I'll just use this one, and I can select the uh, payment process profile. Okay. Yeah, and then here we have review installments, meaning that the selected invoices. If I want to remove or add any invoice, so then I can say review installments, wherein I'll be able to review the selected invoices and then review the proposed payments. So what is the actual payment that I'll be going to pay to this particular party? So this I can see using this option. Okay, and then this is to create the payment file automatically. Okay, so this will basically generate the payment file. So if I want to run it manually, so which we saw yesterday, so I mean the other day, okay, to generate the payment file manually. So that is the option for that. But if I want to generate it automatically by system, so I can enable this option. Okay.
So apply credits up to zero amount payment means.
So this is for the purpose of zero payments. So now, if I have cancelled this invoice, so there are few cases where the cancelled invoices will appear in the aging. To avoid this, if I want to probably make the zero payments, so I can enable this option.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So I can just say submit. I'll just copy this number.
So Arun, down you have something called approvals, right? Mm.
Yeah, so that approver, if you see, so that is to override, or if I want to give the first approver who will approve, so that I can give, but that is completely optional. So I'll just open once again. So that is optional, but the approval flow will not work based on that if I have defined in the system. So that
Mhm.
will work based on the rules that we have configured in the system.
So here that is it's override.
Yeah, override the override, or I can say the first approver. So if I have multiple approvers, so I can specify the first approver. But
Mm-hmm.
here this is completely optional. Reason being the first approver or the last approver. So this I can handle it inside BPM itself.
Okay. And Arun, even this approval for the if it has to be enabled for the end user or not. it is also controlled by the privilege, this particular approval? Or
Approval is not controlled by the privilege.
no,
Approval is basically based on the
no,
uh,
no.
uh,
My question is the approval, the there is an option for the end user to come and give the first approval, right, to pick up it.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is
This
privilege controlled or
correct, correct. This is privilege. This is
okay,
privilege.
okay, got it.
Yeah. Any other question?
No, no, I'm good. You can carry on.
Uh,
Thanks.
okay. Yeah, so we have submitted, and here if you see, so there are a lot of
Mm.
invoices that is picked up by the system. Okay, so these are the pending invoices. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'll just say action. So except this one invoice, all other invoices are selected. So
Okay.
probably I'll just remove. Okay, so I'm just keeping this one invoice. So the rest of other invoices, 1000 to something. So I have removed it. Okay, so I'll just save this and submit this request.
So you don't have to do anything for the one that not selected. It was saying never validate. We don't have to remove it from the batch. It will be automatically not considered
Yeah,
because
I
we don't
mean that.
take any action,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. That we can avoid because that is not part of run. So it will just say these are the invoices that is not selected. And if I want to probably include on the list, I can go to the invoice screen and I can validate and approve it. Or if I don't want to include it, I can just ignore it.
Okay, so that invoice will not be locked, right, for further use
Yeah,
of it.
correct. Yeah, right.
So how did you select all 1,000 invoice in one click? Control. What did you do? Control.
Control A.
Control A. So it will go select all the, because it was not listing all the in one page, right? So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so I can click one line and I can uh, say Control A and
Mhm.
then to select one particular invoice. So again, I can press this Control and click particular line. So which means that only that line will be deselected. So this I can do it for the multiple lines as well.
Oh, okay. Did it get stuck? If you go to the dashboard, will you be able to see?
Yeah, yeah, we can see.
So it has how many stages in the thing?
So
When it,
basically, this, if I have approval, so probably if let's say if I don't have approval, so the first thing that I will see is that review for installment, okay, and then I'll have the build, and then this will get processed, and then the payment file. I mean, before that, the proposed payment file will be created. So once this is done, then bill payment and then the formatting and then the payment file will be generated. So these are the different stages that we'll see. So the status did not change, I think. So that's why it's not appearing in the dashboard. installment selection.
So if we open the job, we should be able to know what it got stuck, right?
Yeah, yeah,
The last file.
yeah. Okay, it has errored out. Okay, the payment document is mandatory. I think this, though the name is electronic, I think this is printed document. So since the payment document is not given, so I'll just terminate this request and I'll create one second. So basically this has failed because of this one. The payment document is not present.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we have this invoice is selected, so I'll just go to action and similarly I'll just clear for the rest of the invoices except this one.
Why it got completed, right? Why it is not showing in the dashboard?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to check.
No, it is 1802.
Oh,
And that's the one that you gave it for, yeah, and we won. Yeah. It's
this
again
what
basic
is that?
document.
Maybe I do not have access to this business unit.
Mm, looks like. But it should have only listed those business unit invoices, right? Depending upon your data access set. Only
Uh,
then the those will come in
yeah,
your selection criteria, isn't it?
yeah. So this business unit access, if you see, it is based on this login, but this issue is because of the access given to this bank account, right? So basically, system will first check for the access that this user has. So since for this user we have given access for ES1 business
Okay,
unit.
okay. It talks about the business,
Yeah,
the disbursement bank accounting. Okay,
yeah.
got it.
Zero five eight. Okay, so this is for the business.
Progress, yeah, progress US business unit.
Yeah, so that's why it did not select. So probably for this. So, okay, maybe I'll try to do this thing. I'll try to pick only the invoice of US1 business unit.
Why we can't add progress unit business unit to the account?
Yeah, because the legal entity is different. So I don't think I'll be able to add.
Oh, got it. Uh-huh.
So,
Actually, in the selection criteria, we can give only B1, right?
yeah, correct. So I missed that actually. I gave only this thing, so the supplier and this one, so probably I'll rest it there.
Arun, when you select the business unit,
Yeah,
why it is asking for payment or invoice? What
so
if
that
I choose payment?
yeah, so invoice meaning, so if I want to bring in this BU criteria at invoice level, so I can say bring in only those invoices, or if I want to bring in based on the selection criteria for this particular payment which we are running, so I can say it is at the payment level. So that's why if you see for all most of the cases we'll have both the invoice and the payment.
No, I didn't get it. So here it's a selection criteria for our payment process, proposed bill,
Correct.
proposing invoices, right? So in
Correct.
that case, I will either have a business unit all or a specific business unit. Here there is one more choice called payment and invoice. What is that?
So when I create this payment, so I will basically have two options. So one is the payment currency and the invoice currency. So similarly, when I'm trying to run this payment cycle, so basically system will look for two things. So one is the invoice which we have created in the invoice screen. Okay. So based on that, if I want to filter it, so I can do this, or if I want to filter based on the payment criteria or the selection criteria which I'm giving, so this I can restrict it based on the payment business unit that I can select.
Payment business unit. Sorry, I'm
Uh,
not getting this. No.
Meaning, so
Uh,
let's say I'll take this invoice. Okay.
mm,
So here I'll just I'll just take currency as an example. I mean here it's the same
mm.
thing, but so there are a few cases where you will have the invoice this. So this business unit is nothing but the invoice
Okay.
that we are referring to.
Oh, okay. So at the invoice level, I have two business unit associated, payment
Correct.
business unit and where I actually log the business unit.
Correct.
Oh, okay, got it. So depending upon that, okay, that is why I'm having two. Got it, got it.
Yeah.
So when we say invoice, it will go first refer to the first field, the business
Correct.
unit where invoice is logged.
Correct.
When we say if I choose a payment there, it will go look at the second
Correct.
field, whether
Correct.
the filtering criteria should happen looking for the payment business unit. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah. So this we are good, right? So we can submit this.
Yeah, yeah. So, Arun,
Yeah,
in this, while creating the invoice, when we have a two different business unit where I register my invoice and the payment in different business unit, so
yeah,
that both the rule should be both the business unit should be under one legal entity, right? Like,
correct,
can I
correct.
connect with different legal entity?
No, different legal entity will not be able to
No,
connect.
oh,
So this is basically based on the this shared services this thing that we are attaching. Okay, so the rule is that so if this is within the ledger and within the legal entity, so there are multiple business unit which I can say that this will be my head office, and probably under this if I want to attach it to the different business unit for the invoicing purpose, so which I can do it. So this is again similar to the PO processing, where the PO can be processed from different locations, but the payment or the invoice will be processed from one location. So the similarly, so the invoice can be processed from somewhere else, and payment will be done from head office.
yeah, but both should be under the same legal entity.
Yeah, same legal entity.
Mm-hmm. Ledger, okay. For example, if you take a ledger for a primary ledger for an India, and I
Okay.
have three different legal entities.
Okay.
Okay, so in that case, so the head office comes under one legal entity one, but the business unit goes the one that I'm working, it's in the legal entity two. Okay, so in
Okay.
that case, how do this scenario works here when I'm recording the invoice?
So I believe in that case we'll not be able to say this is my payment business unit, but
Mhm.
just to confirm, let me go to this one and I'll just cross check. But as far as I know, it is based on this only. So let me just cross check.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So in that case, it will be like an intercompany transaction.
Yeah, it should be, I think. So it will check for the balancing rule, I think. So let's see. So this is okay. This is payment. Okay, so payment would be this. So let's say if we want to set it up as progress, let's see the system allows. No, I think this should allow us to do the intercompany transactions as well, because I'm just trying with
We need to add under payable payment service provider. We should add it under procurement service provider for recording the invoice. Huh?
so yeah, so payment meaning the payment, I mean, for both the payments and the invoices is what we are referring to the payables payment service provider, and procurement is nothing but our PO and these things.
Mhm. Then, in my scenario, if we need to have a different payment business unit, we will have to add this progress US business unit under payable payment service provider, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, okay, okay. So if I have the payment business unit for progressive US business unit, still
Yeah,
I will get the error because the disbursement account is not under the same legal entity.
correct, correct.
I will have to choose a legal entity which has the disbursement bank account access with the progressive US business legal entity, right?
Correct.
Uh, Got it. Got it. Yeah. Yeah, we can proceed with the current scenario, whatever we have here.
Okay. Okay. So,
So which is the page that you meant? It is managed service provider relationship, right?
sorry, can you repeat once?
Which is the screen that the UI that you mentioned? Managed service provider relation.
Yeah, correct. Managed service provider relationship.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Okay, so I'll just enable these two options and quickly run this.
That screen was under cash management or setup and maintenance.
Sorry, this one?
Yeah, managed service provider. Was it under
Yeah,
setup and
so
maintenance or cash management?
yeah, setup and
Organization
maintenance,
structure.
organization structure. So
Okay.
here we'll find this managed service provider relationship.
Okay, got it.
Okay, yeah. So let me check if the invoice is pulled in. Yeah. Yeah, so we have 10, so probably I'll just remove this and keep only this one because this is the invoice that we are having here. So I'll just use this one and say submit. Okay, I did not select these things. I'm not sure if I again selected this document, payment document. So let's see.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think I have selected. Yeah, so this has come for payment review. Okay, so we selected only one, so we are seeing this one only. So I'll say resume payment process. So if we have enabled approval process, so probably after this the approval will initiate. So wherein the status would be pending for approval.
Okay, so only after the approval, the payment file will be generated, right?
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so let me just check. Yeah, so this should have been completed. Ah, again bill payment is sorted out.
Charge it in here.
Okay, I think the payment document is not active. So sorry
Oh,
to hear that. Let me just check 1 minute.
active, right?
Yeah, so this is active.
Do we mention the end date of it in the document? No, right? And the ending number? I
No,
think it
they,
started from 1000. Okay. There didn't have any last number used. Okay.
yeah, I mean, this is active only, but I'm not sure if this is because of the view access or something. Yeah, so I'll just add here as okay, maybe I'll just run last one more time.
It should come electronic, right? It should still have only check stock. The electronic also should come here, right?
No, I mean, they have only this document, I think. I'll just open this. They have, this is the only one.
Oh, okay.
maybe I'll just try to run this.
Is it because it says send to printer? It is because of that?
No, not because of this one actually. So I'm thinking this business unit access level. So they did not provide this one. I'm thinking because of that actually.
Mhm.
So for safer side, I'll just attach this one also payment document. Check stock. I think this time it should through. Okay, so yeah, so based on best seed. Okay, so we'll just see resume payment process. Yeah, so I think this time this should flow through. Okay, yeah, so this is ready. So since this is a printed document, so it is asking for the print and
Mm.
these things.
Got it.
Yeah, so once this is done,
Now
so
accounting entries will be generated, right? Because
yeah, yeah,
payments.
correct.
Okay.
So once this is done, so if this is scheduled, I mean the accounting process is scheduled, so probably that will be auto accounted. So if not, maybe I can go to this screen and I can do the accounting. Yeah, so I can just say post to lecture. Yeah, so accounting is completed. Okay. Yeah, so the next thing is the payable to ledger reconciliation. So this batch payment we know, so it's just to create accounting. So this will account all those payments or invoices. Okay. So I'll just write this one, payables to ledger reconciliation. I think they did not run this process. So before this, let me check if they have enabled it at chart of account values because to see the data here, so there are two prerequisites. So one is the supplier liability account, so which should be marked as accounts payable in the chart of accounts value. And second thing is that prepare. So there is a process that we need to run, so called prepare process addition. Okay. So first, let me just cross check this.
What is account number? We can take it from there, right? The from the payment. That way it is easy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's accounts payable. Double
Yeah.
200.
Yeah. So this is smart already.
Why do we need to run this program?
So this program is run because this will make sure that this report which we are running will have the ledger name.
So
So if
for every primary, we need to run that.
no, every time we don't need to run that. So since I'm not getting the value here, so I'm thinking
Mhm.
that this program is not run for this instance.
Oh, okay. So at the instance level, it's not at the ledger level. I need to run. Oh.
Yeah. So if I have run, so I will be seeing there. So but I'm not
Okay.
seeing there. So I'm just thinking.
So even in the program, we are not able to see the ledger, right?
Yeah, so I'm thinking it should have ran already, so I'll just cross check once. Okay, I think the access is not given to
Oh,
this user, or maybe log out and log in.
we don't have to run that synchronization job.
I mean, if we are logging out and logging in, so we don't need it. So because system will takes care of the synchronization, but it will take time to do it. So that's why
Okay,
we are just trying to log out and log in.
got it. Do we not need to run for each period, Arun, or system will take care of it?
No, system will take care of it. So this is first period. So from when we wanted to see this reconciliation report.
Got it. So if we have a subledger newly done
Yeah,
for a particular ledger, then it's advisable that we need to run this program
yeah, for the first time.
first time. Okay. Then automatically it will take care of
Yeah,
it.
it will take.
Even if I run it by mistake second time or third time, it should not throw error, right?
Yeah, it will not throw error.
Right. So many, it will go open for, it will go run for every open period.
No, it will not run for every open period. So, so this will basically check by transactions, I think, not transaction exactly. Let me check if I can see it because there are few this has succeeded and there are few an error. So let me just check. Yeah, so this will show something like this. So basically, the payables amount, meaning the system transaction, and whatever the transaction that we created are accounted. Okay.
So this is
So
how this is done. It is PTD, YTD, or daily.
So this is basically PTD. I mean not daily, so PTD. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this will look for the accounting data for the particular period that that we are working on.
So
So
it doesn't give us any date or anything, right? Any period. So how the users will have know their for
So
which.
period will not be able to see. So because though we are talking about PTD, so this report is generated on the basis of as on date. The reason why I'm saying this is PTD, because the previous period I would have checked this and I would have cleared the differences. So now if I check for this period, so again I'll look the data of current period only. But in terms of the report design, it is as of date system will show this is the balance. It's similar to the trial balance. I'm not exactly, but we can compare in terms of date. So that's why if we see, so here will not have any option to even search with dates. So other reports, if you see, so we will have this advanced option wherein we can add more fields. But here we will not be able to add more fields also because so this is as on date and this is fixed template that is given by Oracle.
Oh, if they wanted to know like a period to date and with a day period on it, so how do we will have to build the new template here?
Yeah,
Is
so
that
we will have to customize it completely.
so with SaaS, that is it that allowed, or I will have to get the new subscription for it for
No,
me?
this with SAS we will be able to do it. So since this
Oh,
is only about the report, so we can go to BAP and we can customize this layout as this template.
oh, okay. BIP. Okay, got it. Mm. So there'll be hyperlink, right? Accounting beginning balance.
Yeah.
So that will it take it to the transactions? It will, right?
So, if I wanted to take with this invoice and payment, actually the transactions, if I want to do it, so I'll be able to do it. I don't think beginning balance will take me to the transaction. Let me check. Because as far as I know, invoice and payment and the prepayment, this definitely it will take us to the respective payments or the invoices. But this opening balance, I believe this is of a particular period. Yeah, it did not take me.
Okay.
No, it is taking me to the balance, I think. Okay, so this is basically taking to the GL.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
taking to
That summary account, account beginning balance, right? As on
yeah.
that time plan. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So only the invoice and payment will take us to the subledger transactions.
And it will show which transactions have been accounted, which is not. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, lastly, this one, maybe to send the separate remittance advice. So we can attach the payment file and we can say this is the format that we want to send it to the customer, sorry, the vendor. And then I can specify from which payment number to which payment number. Or if I want to send it for one particular payment number, so I can say, so this is let's say 10. I can say from and to as 10. So this will be sent to the vendor.
Oh, it is the payment document number, not the date.
No, not the date, payment document number.
Okay. So the from the payment document, it will distribute to all the suppliers then. Huh?
Yeah, correct. Correct.
So we can't do it at for each set. Okay. Okay. So it is like I do it for all suppliers or for no, something like that.
Uh,
Not for a
yeah,
specific
so
supplier.
this is yeah, so this is for all supplier, meaning that I'm selecting at format level or I'm looking at the particular payment file. So in this payment file, if I have selected let's say four vendors, So now if I send this, so if I know the payment number, so let's say there are three vendors. So vendor one, two, three. So for each one of them, I have, let's say, one and two is of vendor one and three and four is of vendor two. So now here if I say one and two, so this will go to only vendor one. So this is how I can restrict. But at this level, we will not be able to send it by vendor.
Mhm. So even in the formatting, it's just the email body that we can get formatted. We
Correct.
cannot have any query saying that pick up only those supply where the supply side
Yeah.
they say remittance is required, or on the invoice
Yeah.
I say remittance is required. We
Yeah.
cannot have such kind of uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
criteria.
Yeah.
Okay, for
Correct.
formatting. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because this is just this one report is what the format. So here we will not be able to restrict it. So if we want to add as a supplier, I mean supplier or the additional information, again we will have to customize this using BAP and add the parameters to that. So which will not be able to run something like this. So wherein I'll have to go to report and analytics, and from there I'll have to trigger that notification to the supplier.
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I planned for the payables. So any question?
No, I'm good, Arun.
Okay. So maybe we'll close for today.
Mm.
So again, I mean, if you are available, I am fine tomorrow or something. Or when do we want to connect?
Tomorrow, no, this week actually morning I have to log in early. The whole
Okay.
week I'm having the new
Okay.
project comes in Bank of America, so they're
Okay.
having some training that from
Okay.
8 to from my time. So I
Okay.
will be attending, but I'm just give me a moment. Let me see the calendar
Sure.
because we can start receivables. Mm, oh my God. If you're okay on your Saturday morning, for me,
Okay.
Friday,
Yeah, fine.
we can
Yeah.
start.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, that I can do. But 29th, it depends whether I be available or not because I might have guest from India, not sure.
Okay. Okay.
22nd evening, I will be available. So we can have that. So that
Okay.
you, it's morning hours, right? You don't have to
Yeah.
spend time. I can actually log in, sleep late and wake up late. That should be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so I will connect, I will text you or send you a reminder on 22nd, and
Sure.
however possibilities for you, we will connect on that day.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Arun. Thanks for your
Yeah.
time.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good one.
Yeah. Good.